Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. I'm out here on a cold day at the range. It's about 26 degrees, slight breeze, nice and sunny though. Funny thing is, every time I come out here, I'm at my house, which is only about 6 or 7 miles away from the range, and I look out my window, I see that there's no wind blowing around, so I'm like, great, nice sunny day. Even if there's no wind and it's cold, as long as it's sunny, I'm okay out here at the range. When it gets windy, it gets a little bit cold. Without a fail, every single time I drive here and it's windy. You can see the flags down at the end of the range blowing around as the wind is passing through here. So it's a bit of a wind tunnel, but I'm out here anyway. Today, I have my 3-inch Smith & Wesson Model 36-1 J-frame. This is the one that I did all the grip videos on. I haven't even shot this thing yet. I bought it sometime in December, and I'm finally getting out here at the range today to shoot it. And what I'm shooting today is some 148 grain wad cutters. These are plated wad cutters. I have a few boxes of this stuff. It's remanufactured ammo. There's a place not too far from my house that remanufactures these. So I bought, I don't know, 5 or 6 boxes a couple of years ago before the pandemic for like $17 a box. And this stuff is pretty reliable. It's a pretty light load. It's kind of like a cowboy load, so it's a light powder load, and because the rounds are 148 grain, they're a little bit heavier load, so they're very pleasant to shoot. So again, I'm not out here to do any real accuracy testing. I'm just out here to shoot a few targets with it just to get the feel for it and enjoy a 3-inch Smith & Wesson J-frame that is just a fantastic shooting gun. I think I dated this gun all the way back to about 1978 or 1979, and in my opinion, these are some of the best guns. This is when they still had a pinned barrel, so a heavy barrel, and it's a pinned barrel in the frame, very well made. Being a 36, it's an all steel frame, so it's a nice mid-weight gun, 5 rounds of 38 special, and it's just such a pleasure to shoot, especially with the 3-inch barrel. The sight radius on this is a little bit better than you get with a snub nose. So unlike my Model 637 or my Model 34, I can get a little bit better sight picture out of this. And I'm at about 10 yards with a target, and in a 6-inch target, which is a little bit bigger than the size of my hand, I have a group that pretty much all the rounds are in that 6-inch target. Most of them are kind of centered just a little bit low of the bullseye, probably about a 3.5-inch group. So not bad at all. And again, this is kind of a moderate load. It's 148 grain. It's probably a light powder load. They feel really great, but wad cutters are just a lot of fun to shoot. And a lot of people have even said these are really good for self-defense because it's that nice flat nose projectile. When it goes into flesh, it does a lot of damage. So I don't typically carry these flat nose wad cutters in my gun, but they are fun to shoot, I can tell you that much.
I know it can be a bit tedious just watching me reload and shoot, but some people like watching this part of the video, and I'll show you what the targets look like when I'm done shooting. These wad cutters are really cream puff loads. They're a lot of fun to shoot. They have a very nice powder smell to them, and they're a little tiny bit smoky, kind of like cowboy action shooting.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. Out here again with the Smith & Wesson Model 36-1 3-inch J-frame revolver. If you get a chance to shoot one of these, I highly recommend it. It's no secret that revolvers are my favorite handguns, my favorite guns probably out of all of them that I shoot. I really enjoy especially the 3-inch. It's a perfectly balanced little gun. 5 shots of 38 special. This is not a plus P, although it does have a heavy barrel. So this particular one, you probably could shoot plus P through it and be safe, but I wouldn't give it a steady diet of plus P. If you wanted to carry plus P and practice with standard pressure, you'd probably be okay, but I will not recommend you doing that just because this is only rated for 38 special. It's a great handgun with this nice grip that's on here. Again, this is off like a Model 60 Smith & Wesson. It gives you a great purchase. You can get 3 fingers on there very comfortably. It's still very concealable because it's nice and round. This is just a great all-around gun. I really enjoy the J-frames. I have several of them. You'll see another video on why did I want this gun coming up soon on the Smith & Wesson J-frames, because they're just so diverse, they're so fun to shoot, and they're reliable, and they're usually pretty moderately priced. So thanks again for watching another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. God bless America. Make sure you support your two-way rights. And remember, when somebody tells you to give up a little bit of your freedom for the greater good, you remind them that freedom is the greater good. Have a great day.